How to make a pivot table on Excel quick and easy. Hey guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today I will be showing you how you can create your own pivot table on Excel. So let's get into it. Now you can see over here I have a small table that shows some simple data, and I'm going to create a pivot table for this data. Now, pivot tables are super helpful and super easy to create on Microsoft Excel. You really don't need to do a lot of hard work to use Excel, and I used to be one of those people that used to run away from Excel because I used to think it's so difficult. But now that I have learned some of these basics, I realized that it was never difficult at all. We can simply learn a few tricks and we will be ready to use Excel. So to get started with a pivot table, all you're going to do is you're going to click on Insert on your top left over here, and then after that you have Pivot Table, Recommended Pivot Tables, and then you also have Recommended Pivot Chart. So you're just going to click on Pivot Table, and then you're going to select the data that you want to use, and then you're just going to click on OK over here. And now you can see over here I have my pivot table 1, and then I'm going to select the field. So you can see I have the sum of all of these fields over here, sum of 420. You can add a lot of different pivot table fields as well. So instead of this, I can have the average of 420, and you can see that this is the average of those cells. Now, pivot tables are more useful if you're actually placing them over here. So let's say I want the sum, like below all these salaries, I want all the information for the sum, the average, the percentages for all of the salaries. I can add those fields over here like so. And now I'm just going to click on the cell over here, and I'm just going to click on Insert on the top left over here, click on Pivot Table, and then I'm going to choose the data that I want. And now you can see over here, this will show me the actual source data. And then I have the existing worksheet. I'm going to click on OK. And now I'm going to click on the field that I want to select my data from. So I have sum of 420, and you can change this into anything you want. So you can insert specific formulas as well. So you have Pivot Table 2. Now you have multiple different options such as your layout, alternative data. You have display options as well. And you can also add the different formulas from over here. And you can also click on field settings to further optimize your pivot tables however you might want them. So values over here, and you can click on show data as in a specific format. You can click on maximum, minimum, average, count, product. So maybe I want the product of all of this, so you can enter that over here. Now this is just a simple way for you to create pivot tables. Now other than pivot tables, there is a lot more that you can do with Excel as well. So other than pivot tables, if you want to illustrate your data, then you can click on Insert over here, and you can click on Recommended Pivot Tables. So let's say I select the B cell and I have recommended pivot tables. So they're going to show me the different pivot tables available. So it shows you ascending. You can raise your data to be ascending or descending, and you can choose a label as well. And you can choose the specific data that you want. So we're going to remove the blank one, and then we're going to click on this. And now I have a pivot table for this specific field on the second worksheet. Now, this is another amazing thing that you can do, is that you can see on my first sheet, I can have all of my raw data, and then on the second sheet I can compile detailed for all of the data, and I can just have the analysis of all of the data, so any personal information could be discarded within your own company's data. So if I go on and select these dates over here, I can click on Insert, click on Recommended Pivot Tables, and then this will show me a recommended pivot table. Now other than that, you don't actually have to always add the recommended one. If we go back onto our original sheet, so if we go on to sheet 1 over here, we can select any kind of data that we want, such as the salary data, and we can click on Insert, click on Pivot Table over here, and use all of this as the source data, and then select this over here. And then we can expand this over here as well. We can just expand this like so. Zoom into our data and choose other fields as well on the second sheet of our Excel workspace. Now, let's say you have created your pivot charts, but you want to illustrate your data as well. For that, I would recommend that you click on Insert and you click on Pivot Charts, and then you can choose the data that you want to display on your chart. So I want to display the salary data, and I'm going to click on OK, and then I'm just going to choose the field name, and then you can display your salary data over here as well. And if we go back onto our sheet 1, maybe we want to display this data like so over here. And then I'm going to click on insert, and I can click on pivot chart, and then I can click on existing worksheet. And I want it to be placed over there. Now I want the names and salaries to be displayed like so. So you can see not only do I have my pivot table fields, but I also have my simple pivot charts, and I have the grand totals, I have the averages, all that information. That totally depends on the kind of information you are trying to bring forth on your actual Excel datasheet. So, and that is how simple and easy it is to create simple pivot charts and pivot tables. Now, if you click on Pivot Chart Analyze, you can insert slicers. You have different options such as expand or collapse buttons. You have layouts, alternative text data. So you can save source data with file. You can enable show details. You can retain items deleted from data source, and you can also retain numbers per field as well. And we're just going to delete this for now because we really don't actually need this. And you can do a lot more with Excel sheets. There's so much more that you can do. For example, you can see I have arranged all of this data. But what if I want all of my data to be arranged in a ascending or descending fashion? How do you arrange data in that format? Well, it's a very simple and easy process to do that as well. If you want to actually set up data in a simple form, what you're just going to do is to arrange everything by a salary, highest paid employee to lowest paid employee. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this cell over here. You can select any cell in the format of data, whatever data you want to organize by, and then you're going to click on sort and filter on the top right over here in your home section. You're going to click on sort from largest to smallest, and now you can see I have the highest salary to the lowest salary arranged in this simple format. And you can do so many more functions with this simple hack as well. And there are so many other hacks with Excel sheets as well. So for example, if I go and maybe I want to provide a bonus to my employees, and I want to provide a bonus based on when they joined, so I can select this data over here, click on sort and filter, click on oldest to newest, and now I have all the data organized in the form of oldest to newest, and this will enable me to reward bonuses to the oldest employees first, who have been working the longest, to the newest ones in the smallest amount. So there are so many other things you can do as well. For example, like I have Jane Doe's company data. This is one big cell, and you can merge different cells together just by merge and center. And then maybe I want to add more fields over here, so I can add more information about Jane Doe's company within these cells as well, because I've expanded the overall top cell, which is the unanimous cell, which was showing us that all of this data below here is for this specific company. So that was it for today. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you have any questions and queries, make sure to ask them in the comment box down below, and I will try to help you out as soon as possible. And if you know someone that is stuck with Excel sheets, make sure to share this video with them as well. And I have quite a few other videos available on the YouTube channel regarding Excel sheets, so make sure to check those out as well. And I will catch you guys in the next video.